Okay, so get this. What if we could experience like a century's worth of progress, but crammed into the next like 5 to 10 years?
Wow.
And we're not talking just any progress, right? But the kind that gets rid of diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's.
Right.
Maybe we even double our lifespans. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's what Dario Amodei seems to think might be possible.
that's right.
And he's the CEO of Anthropic.
Amodei's a leading voice on AI for sure.
For sure.
And we're going to be diving into, his thoughts on how AI could really change things for the better,
Yeah.
all based on his article, Machines of Loving Grace.
Mm-hmm.
He makes this point that most of the talk about AI is all doom and gloom, all about the risks,
Right.
but we often miss how big the good stuff could be.
Okay, so we're putting the killer robots aside for today.
At least for today, yeah.
Okay.
Amodei is really into what he calls powerful AI.
Okay.
And this isn't some chatbot,
Right.
like a network of AI agents.
Mm-hmm.
Each one is way smarter than any Nobel Prize winner, all working together inside a data center.
Okay.
He says it's like having an entire country full of geniuses, just like that, at your fingertips.
A whole nation of AI Einsteins, that's a lot of brain power. But even then, wouldn't there be limits? I mean, the world doesn't move at the speed of thought, right?
Exactly. And that's where his idea of marginal returns to intelligence comes in.
Okay.
He's saying more cooks in the kitchen doesn't mean dinner's ready instantly.
Right.
More intelligence alone isn't a magic wand.
Got it.
You have other things at play, too.
Like what?
Well, how fast science moves, how much stuff we've got, even the laws of physics,
So even with these AI geniuses working 24/7, there are still bottlenecks.
for sure.
Can you give me an example?
Think about curing cancer. Even if AI finds new drugs way faster than humans,
Mm-hmm.
making them, testing them, all that takes time.
Sure.
Trials, regulations, production. The real world has its own pace.
It's like AI might give us the design for a super fast car.
Yeah,
We still got to build the thing.
exactly. But here's where Amodei gets really interesting.
Okay.
He thinks AI can speed up progress in ways we've never seen,
Okay.
especially in biology and health.
Okay, let's talk about that. He uses this phrase, a compressed 21st century. What's that about?
Basically, he thinks we might get a whole century's worth of biology and medicine breakthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
But in the next 10 years,
Seriously?
yeah, we're talking cures, not just for cancer, but genetic diseases, Alzheimer's too.
Hold on. You're saying we might cure Alzheimer's in our lifetime? That sounds, honestly, too good to be true. How's that even possible?
It's a bold claim. He knows that, but he points to history.
Okay.
Like back in the 1900s, average lifespan almost doubled, right? Mostly thanks to new medicine and public health.
Yeah.
Amodei figures AI can cause a similar jump, just way faster.
So what's the catch? Is it just that AI analyzes data faster, or is there something more to it?
It's way more than that. Amodei thinks AI can change how we do science itself. Imagine AI designing experiments, finding links in old research,
Yeah.
even guiding scientists.
It's like giving researchers a superpower, letting them see things they couldn't before.
Yeah, like giving them new eyes.
Right.
He uses the example of AlphaFold, the AI that figured out protein folding,
Yeah.
that stumped scientists for ages.
Decades they were trying to figure that out.
Exactly. He thinks there are tons of breakthroughs just waiting if we
Whoa.
can use AI's ability to see patterns we miss.
That's incredible.
It is.
But let's make this real for our listeners, okay? If Amadei's right, what will this look like, say, 10 years from now? Will people be seeing their loved ones cured of diseases we think are incurable today?
Well, that's the hope, right? Imagine a world where cancer isn't a death sentence,
Right.
where genetic diseases are fixed before a baby's even born,
Yeah.
where getting old just isn't what it used to be.
Right.
Amodei sees a future where disease is rare
Wow.
and humans can, really reach their full potential.
That sounds amazing.
It's a big vision.
But how does Amodei see AI going beyond just curing illness? Like, what about understanding our minds themselves?
It's kind of like with biology, Amodei sees AI completely changing neuroscience too. He thinks we're about to learn things about the brain, stuff we never thought possible.
Like what?
Unlocking secrets about, like, consciousness, creativity,
Wow.
maybe even what it means to be human. That's a big one.
So we're talking about using AI to, like, decode how our own minds work.
Exactly, like figuring out the operating system, but a lot more complex.
That's fascinating, but how does that actually help people in their everyday lives?
Well, right now we're kind of clueless about treating mental health.
yeah.
Yeah. We've got meds, therapy, but it's hit or miss.
Right.
We don't really get how the brain works at that level.
Right.
Amodei thinks AI changes all that.
Okay, so what does mental health treatment look like in this future Amadeus describing?
Imagine AI scanning your brain, like
Uh-huh.
live that finds the root of your anxiety, depression, even things like schizophrenia.
Uh,
And then we could have treatments that are just for you.
So no more guessing games with medications or hoping this therapy will work for this person.
Exactly. Much more precise.
That would be a game changer for so many people.
Yeah, it would.
But Amode doesn't stop at just treating illness, right? He talks about enhancing our abilities too, which is a whole other thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Amodei thinks AI could help us boost our focus, memory, maybe even our creativity.
It's like giving everyone a brain upgrade, helping them reach their full potential, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like unlocking a higher gear we didn't know we had.
But look, this all sounds amazing. Cures, super brains, longer lives.
It's a lot.
But is there anything holding Amode back? The world's a messy place.
You're right, and he knows
Yeah.
that he's not naive, you know?
Right.
He says technology doesn't automatically fix everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it even causes new problems.
So where does he see the potential downsides?
Well, one big one is making sure everyone benefits, not just a select few.
Right, because we've seen how technology can actually make inequality worse.
Exactly, and he really emphasizes how important it is to get ahead of this.
That makes sense. What good is a cure for cancer if only the super rich can afford it? So how does he propose we make sure these benefits are available to everyone?
He actually thinks AI can be a powerful tool for fighting inequality,
Okay.
especially in global health and economic development. Those are two big ones.
Oh, okay, give me an example.
Take healthcare. AI could help get vaccines and stuff to places that need them most.
So using AI to level the playing field, at least when it comes to basic health.
Exactly.
Interesting. What about on the economic side?
Amodei's really interested in how AI could boost economic growth,
Okay.
especially in developing countries.
Okay.
He talks about AI being like a, super-powered economic advisor.
Like AI economists for every country.
Kind of, yeah.
Interesting.
It could help governments make better decisions.
About what?
Resources, infrastructure, investments, all that.
So instead of AI taking over, it's more like AI helping nations lift themselves out of poverty.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That would be pretty amazing.
It would.
But let's be real, economic development is only one piece of the puzzle.
Sure.
We've got conflict, political instability, climate change.
Right, the big stuff.
How does Amodei see AI affecting these bigger, more unpredictable global challenges?
That's the big question, right? Like, it feels like almost we're on the edge of this massive change in how everything works.
Yeah.
And if AI can maybe solve all these huge problems,
Right.
what happens to us?
Right.
What are we going to do all day, and what will even, give our lives meaning?
Yeah.
Robots can do everything better than us,
It's interesting. Amodei is surprisingly optimistic about this, too.
Okay.
He says it's a mistake to think that just because AI can do something better, it becomes meaningless.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
you probably find things you enjoy outside of work, right?
Yeah.
Hobbies, spending time with people, personal goals, all that.
those things matter, whether a robot can do them faster or not.
Totally. That makes a lot of sense to me. Like, I love cooking for friends and family, even though, an AI could probably make something incredible without even trying, you know?
Right.
There's just something about the process, being creative, connecting with people.
It's more than just the end result, right?
Exactly.
And Amodei thinks we'll still feel that sense of achievement, even friendly competition.
Okay.
Even if AI is handling a lot of the stuff we call work today,
Okay.
he even thinks we might have way more opportunities to do interesting things.
Really?
Because AI will free us from the boring stuff.
So instead of being scared of AI taking our jobs, maybe we should be excited about all the new stuff we'll have time to do.
That's the idea, yeah.
New art, new science, new ways to connect with each other, all that.
Exactly. That's the optimistic view anyway.
Right.
But to be fair, he also knows that AI changing the job market comes with some big economic challenges.
Yeah, like what?
We might have to rethink the whole system,
Right.
Maybe even try something like universal basic income.
Wow, that's a big one.
So everyone benefits, not just, the people who own the robots.
Right. It's hard to imagine things staying the same with such a big shift, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But we've been through big changes before as a species, haven't we?
That's Amodei's point.
Okay.
Like moving from hunting and gathering to farming, the Industrial Revolution,
Right.
those were huge disruptions.
Completely changed how people lived and worked.
Yeah, but we figured it out.
And here we are today.
Exactly.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it, right? Like,
Yeah.
change is the only constant.
Pretty much.
And a lot of times, things get better because of it.
Yeah, even if the road there is bumpy.
Exactly.
And Amodei doesn't pretend to have all the answers, by the way,
Okay.
but he says we need to keep talking and experimenting, figuring out what a fair system looks like.
A fair system in a world with powerful AI, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so to wrap things up, it sounds like Amodei believes humanity will figure it out,
I think so, yeah.
even with AI shaking things up.
He really wants people to understand this isn't just about technology changing.
Okay.
It's about remembering what's best about being human.
Right.
What if AI helps us build a world where, compassion, creativity, wanting to learn,
Yeah.
that's what matters most?
Yeah.
It's a pretty inspiring idea, and
Yeah.
honestly, after reading his work, I'm feeling optimistic too.
It's a future that definitely feels worth working towards, even with all the challenges, right?
Absolutely.
Amodei gives us a lot to think about, but one thing's for sure, the future isn't set in stone.
No, it isn't.
It's something we create together.
That's right.
And with AI,
Yeah.
it could be pretty amazing if we make the right choices.